My name is Dana Peterson, and I'm the Superintendent Director here at the Career Center. I'd like to welcome all of our completers, their families, friends, community partners, faculty and staff to this important annual celebration. Let me begin by saying how proud we are of all of the achievements of our students this year. In just a few moments, you will hear about some of our students' accomplishments and their contributions. And I invite you to join me in congratulating them on what they have achieved and wishing them all the success in their future endeavors. Now, I would like to turn the program over to Brenda Logie, as she is our guest, or excuse me, our host. Please welcome her at this time. Thank you.
Hello, I am Brenda Logie, the Career Center School Counselor here, and I also warmly welcome you to this long-awaited end-of-the-year celebration of learning. Yay! It is now time to recognize students who have completed their programs and those graduating seniors who have participated in a Career Center technical program this year. Program instructors will present their students with their certificates. And because I'm also the Scholarship Committee Chair, I get to announce the names of the scholarship recipients at the end of the entire program grouping. We will begin with Sustainable Agriculture and instructor Ms. Kelly Mills.
First, I would like to thank the families of my students for the gift of spending half of my teaching day with them for 2 years. They make me laugh, and I learn something new from them every day. This group is unlike any other, and together, they built a strong community. Resilient, strong, gritty, kind, appreciative, curious, driven, courteous, grateful, charismatic, compassionate, dedicated, loyal, and loving. They persevered through 2 years of disjointed schedules, universal masking, and uncertainty. They have reached this point in their lives on top of their world with exciting horizons before them. They are dreamers, builders, doers, leaders, friends, organizers, fixers, problem solvers, and planners. The sky was the limit, and we reached it at every turn. As I reflect on their time with me, I'm amazed at how much we accomplished. Here are some of the highlights. Together we earned industry-recognized credentials in safe tractor and machinery operation and Environmental Protection Agency greenhouse worker protection standards. They earned 3 transcripted college credits from Vermont Tech in livestock production. They reaped the first hay harvest from Deep Roots Farm to feed our goat herd. They managed a barn full of animals over the winter. They raised and cared for 21 laying hens, designed egg carton labels and marketed eggs through the Vermont Food Collaborative, raised and marketed the meat from 3 meat goats, raised and marketed 30 meat ducks, earned bragging rights for first place team in Vermont in FFA Agriculture and Farm Business Management, first and second place teams in the AgriPoster Career Development Event, first place Dairy Cattle Handling Career Development Event, which will lead to competitions at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana this fall. They earned officer positions with the Vermont FFA Association for 2 consecutive years, visited the college campus of Vermont Tech, raised and marketed plants through the Garden Patch Greenhouse while partnering with Aubuchon Hardware in Middlebury to provide a sales index for the plants and broke records each time. Designed and built a new Garden Patch sandwich board sign which springboarded a new sales banner designed for Aubuchon Hardware. Designed and built a sales kiosk for the Garden Patch. Managed breeding stock at the farm, resulting in the delivery of healthy twin goat kids this spring. It was something to look forward to, and certainly a bright spot in this bleak landscape that we had during COVID. With pride, I would like to recognize the 2022 Sustainable Agriculture Completers. If they could all come up front as I call their name, and if folks could hold their applause until the end, that would be appreciated. Eliza Bent will attend Montana State University in Bozeman to study animal science with a concentration in equine science. Lexi Boyce will work full-time while pursuing a welding apprenticeship. Riley DuBois has been accepted into the University of Vermont Morgan Horse Farm Apprenticeship Program. Kylie Ellis will serve as Vermont FFA Association Secretary during the next year and work full-time in a local business. Chloe Forbes will work full-time at a local business. Michael Plouffe will attend Vermont Technical College to study business management while awaiting the return of the agribusiness management program there. Abigail Rainey will serve as a student advisor for the Vermont FFA Association for the next year and attend the University of New Hampshire to study agricultural education. Thomas Creed Stillwell will attend the University of Vermont to study animal science, pre-veterinary medicine. Catherine Whipple will serve as president of the Vermont FFA Association for the next year and study animal science, pre-veterinary medicine at the University of Vermont. Congratulations, each of you. I love you, and I will miss you all so much. They don't call me General Mills for nothing.
The last program we have to honor today is Design and Illustration with instructor Ms. Lisa Rader.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today. It's nice to see so many friends and families here to support our students. If I could just have the whole Design and Illustration group come on up together as a family, that would be great. Thanks. And as they're coming up, I'm just going to start. This is a diverse group where students brought with them wide-ranging interest in the arts. Though many of them came with some impressive skills, they never were set in their ways. Instead, they were ready and willing to try unfamiliar materials and approaches to expand their creativity. This group is not the play it safe type. It's common for our program to do work in and for the community, as you've heard Ms. Mills say, and if you were to hear any of the other programs, it's one of the great things about the Career Center. This year, Design and Illustration students designed t-shirt graphics for the Middlebury Festival on the Green, which you can see this summer. It's our program's 10th year doing that. As you'll also hear later when I talk individually about students, they also completed projects for their communities. Beyond gaining this real-world experience, 8 of our students will also be receiving college credits for graphic design through our partnership with Community College of Vermont. And I just want to pause there for a minute because sometimes I think about this moment. I think back to when I was in high school, and maybe many of you can remember back as well. I never in my wildest dreams had my work out in the real world. I never had college credits before even graduating from high school. It's really a wonderful thing that the Career Center does, and the fact that these students are participating in their high school education in that way is a truly special thing. So if you just give me a moment, I'm going to go out of order because some of our students need to catch the bus back to school. So I'm going to start with Caleb Stearns. Caleb is a hard-working student who never misses a deadline. He navigates the design software well and is passionate about his work. Caleb perfectly brought together his interests and his skill set at the end of the year to compile a hand-bound book of digitally manipulated images. Congratulations, Caleb. Gwen Zeno is receiving a certificate of enrichment this year. This is Gwen's second year in design and illustration. Design and illustration is a one-year program, so she was a completer last year. Gwen's digital drawing work is extensive. I think she must spend every spare moment drawing. She gives great attention to detail and craft while exploring new approaches. Gwen has an interest in animation and game design and hopes to continue to study art. Congratulations, Gwen. If the bus rolls in, you two can just leave as you need to. Okay. Okay, now we're back on track, everyone. Justin Balduk. Justin was our program's Quarter 1 Outstanding Student and is a National Technical Honor Society student. He has wide-ranging interests in art from sewing to digital design. Justin excels at managing deadlines and is detail-oriented, traits that will serve him well as he goes on to pursue a business major at Castleton. Congratulations, Justin. Tayden Demers is a National Art Honor Society member and completed a series of illustrations and an animation as part of her capstone project. She is committed to her work and is always willing to revise her designs to make the strongest work she can. Tayden is a junior and will return to design and illustration next year. Congratulations, Tayden. Celeste Jedlick is a very perseverant person and takes great care with their work. They love digital drawing and work outside of class to hone their artistic skills. Celeste is a kind person who always shows care for others. Congratulations, Celeste. Milo Piovano Marcotte. Milo was our program's Quarter 2 Outstanding Student. They are a National Art Honor Society student whose capstone project focused on creating a graphic novel, which they're continuing to develop. Inside and outside of school, Milo is dedicated to the arts and it shows in their work, which is full of purpose and heart. Congratulations, Milo. When Landon is in his Photoshop zone, you can see great image transformations take place. He can stitch together different images to make one seamless illustration. Skillfully applying light and shadow so well, he makes it look easy, which it's not. Congratulations, Landon Schubert. Tim Taketa. Tim was our program's Quarter 4 Outstanding Student and a National Technical Honor Society member. Tim entered our program already with his own t-shirt business, The Visionaries, an apparel and merchandise company that promotes positive messages. Tim expanded his silk screening knowledge and entrepreneurial skills through our cooperative education program and through our business relationship with the Downtown Business Buy Again Alley. Congratulations, Tim. Audrey Tembrell was our Quarter 3 Outstanding Student. She is a National Honor Society member and National Technical Honor Society member. Audrey is a positive force. She is one of the most helpful students in class and is someone that others turn to. She will be attending Westfield State University, where she intends to study film and video and has been recruited for their softball team. Congratulations, Audrey. Zach Welsh. Zach has been working hard to put his art and design skills to use in his hometown of Bridport. An employee at Pratt's store, Zach is working to update their branding and web presence. Also a member of the Bridport Fire Department, Zach worked with the chief to design a t-shirt for the fire department members to wear for training and promotional purposes. His passion is digital and drone photography, and you can see some of his work on his website, Small Town Photography. Congratulations, Zach. I'd also like to recognize other students who are receiving certificates of enrichment today. Completing a second year of design and illustration is Burt Gurin. Burt is knowledgeable about a wide range of cultural topics, which he often brings to his work. Burt has a direct but caring approach, which he extends to every person in class. Burt's best work was his album and merchandise design, which was for his own music, which he hopes to release soon. Congratulations, Burt. Eliza Alger. Eliza has the ability to remember every step of a process in detail. Lucky for all of us, she's willing to help and support those around her. This community mindfulness could also be seen in her design work. Eliza created the prom poster and tickets for her school. Congratulations, Eliza. I'd like to also recognize those who were unable to be with us today: Zachary Wilkerson, Carly Brody, and Olivia Davino. Thank you so much, group, for allowing me to be your teacher and to spend every day with me. It's a great joy. Thanks for making my job so fun.
Okay, this is one of the more fun parts of my job every year. We have so many talented and deserving students pursuing post-secondary education and other exciting endeavors, and we wish we had scholarship money for all of them. But with that said, we are pleased to be awarding the following scholarships and awards this year. The George Foster Memorial Scholarship. The family of George Foster Sr. has established a scholarship in his honor. George was a prominent farmer in the community. He was also a past Middlebury FFA member and even held a national FFA position. Therefore, to honor his dedication to the organization he held so dear, this scholarship goes to an active Middlebury FFA student in one of our agriculture programs. The student chosen to receive this $800 award is Abigail Rainey. Abigail completed plant and animal science in 10th grade and has now completed the 2-year sustainable agriculture program. She has served as the secretary and vice president of the Middlebury chapter of FFA and is currently the president for the state of Vermont FFA. Abigail will be attending the University of New Hampshire and studying animal science and education. She hopes one day to teach agriculture similar to her career center instructor. Congratulations. Agricultural Pathways Award. This is a new one this year. I was really excited when someone contacted me just a few weeks ago about this. A local farm family with a rich history of sustainable agriculture in Addison County has established an award to support motivated Career Center students from the Agriculture Academy in pursuing careers either in agriculture, diesel power, or natural resource management. This $2,000 award is to be divided between 1 to 4 students and may be used to support continuing training or education, or to purchase necessary tools and clothing for their chosen profession, or to assist with business startup expenses. One of this year's students selected to receive $650 is Michael Plouffe. Michael completed plant and animal science in 9th grade and has completed the 2-year Sustainable Ag program. He will be attending Vermont Technical College and studying forestry. Congratulations, Michael. Another of this year's students selected to receive the $650 award is Sustainable Agriculture completer Abigail Rainey. The third student that received this award is from the Natural Resource Management Program and was honored at the 9 o'clock event. There's one more. I'm going to read it because the Career Center Scholarship Committee is responsible for this scholarship. Well, I'll just read it. This year's recipients are not Career Center students. Anyways, it's called the Cirrus Continuous Harvest Scholarship, and I know some of you applied for this, and so I wanted to let you know the results. The Cirrus Continuous Harvest Scholarship is administered by the Vermont Community Foundation and is named after the Roman goddess of agriculture and fertility. A statue of Cirrus adorns the dome of our State House in Montpelier as a symbol of hope for a bountiful and continuing harvest. Scholarships of $1,000 each are awarded to graduating seniors from either the Career Center or a local Addison County high school who are continuing education in sustainable ag or environmental sciences. The Career Center Scholarship Committee is responsible for selecting the recipients, and the funds are sent directly from the Vermont Community Foundation to the recipient's post-secondary institution. This year's recipients are not Career Center students. I think it's a first in the 7 years I've been doing this. And the names will be announced at their high school's award presentations. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. So, congratulations to all the students who received scholarships and awards, and we'll have final remarks from our Assistant Director, Mr. Jay Stetzel.
Okay, congratulations to our Sustainable Agriculture students and our Design and Illustration students. If we could give them one more round of applause, please. So thank you all for being a part of the Hannaford Career Center. You make Hannaford what it is, and you allow us to learn every day. Remember that we are always here for you, whether you need help with an application or you need a reference. We also love to hear what you're up to. In fact, we often highlight alumni news in our monthly newsletter. So let your instructor know what you're up to, and we'll include it in there. So we hope that you go out and make us proud, but more importantly, we hope that you get out there, do what you love, and make yourselves proud. This concludes our ceremony today. We do have some cookies that our culinary students made that you can get on the way out. There's some water as well. And we also encourage you to spend a little time just mingling and talking with everyone here before you leave. And thank you for coming. We hope you have a nice summer.